Tia, Shearer, Bassett, how are you today?
I'm great. How are you?
Too blessed to be stressed. Really excited to be hosting this show here at Seattle Children's Theater. Um, you have been someone who's been in the world of theater for young audiences for a long time, and so it's a big deal that you're working with us here. Have you ever performed here before?
No, no,
Okay,
I'm delighted to kind of be in Seattle soon.
yeah, kind of. It's a first step. It's a moose boost.
I'll
Um,
take it.
So I wanted to, I would love for you to tell our audiences, what is this show? What is The Girl Who Swallowed a Cactus? Why is it called that? What is it about? And why go through, like, why is this the show that you selected to make your digital performance?
Nice. So the story of this is a group of kids in the desert make an awesome fort one summer. But part of it gets stolen. So they go after it and stumble upon a desert animal uprising that they have to now save humanity from by going through these sort of epic, adventurous tasks. And one of them might involve a cactus.
Cool.
The reason I love this script is that I have done some version of it, even just readings of it, for groups of kids. I've done it for groups of kids and adults. I've done it just for adults. And no matter who is in front of me for this story, they get wrapped up in it. I did a reading of it once in a cafe, and the kitchen staff kept coming out to be part of the audience. Like orders were late because every adult around wanted to watch and hear what was going to happen in this story. It's such an exciting adventure.
What do you think is the thing that is resonating with audiences, both young and old?
Ooh. Uh, I think I think we all have a hero in us, and this story lets it lets this hero come out in everyone that's involved, especially like from the youngest to the most obvious strong of the kid group. Everyone gets to have a hero moment, but also the way that they ultimately save the day doesn't involve aggression. And I think that is really special and not necessarily a story we get a lot.
So let me ask you this, right? So, you know, most of our audience is used to coming to Seattle Center, to the big space. So you're one human on a screen. You're talking about a play that's this big, sprawling adventure play in the desert. What does that mean? Like, who do you play? How many people do you play? Are we going to see other people in the box with you? Who are the characters? How is this going to work?
Yeah, great question. So I play the I do play a character, but I don't want to give you her name because she gives it to you at the end. So I do play someone who has this story that she has to tell you, right? And the way she tells it to you is that she's in her little shed. I'm in it right now, but it'll get some set dressing. It'll look a bit different when you're here. But she's in her shed. She's got her apron. She's a worker. She can build things. And she has to tell you the story about these kids. So she grabs whatever's nearest and she uses that object, whatever object feels like, oh, this one is like the kid I just told you about, you know? So if you think about, I love doing this as an experiment. Like, look around your house. What object would you pick to play you if you had to be played by an object, you know? So I'll tell you right now, one of the kids is played by a bubble container. And that maybe tells you a lot right away about her bubbly personality. Um, and so I use all these objects around me to play the different characters. Now, when I have the bubbles in my hand, and that's a character, it's not like I put a face on it or anything. This is called object theater. The object itself is a stand-in for this character. So I'll move it around a little bit I'll move it around as it goes through. I might pick up a box that becomes the truck that this kid then rides in. But so much of it comes actually from your imagination. I'm just finding objects to be stand-ins for things. And I feel like that's part of what's so exciting about it too, is like you get so engaged in it because people tell me afterward, like, I saw that pickup truck. It was this color and this high, and I never have anything that looks exactly like a pickup truck here, but you're gonna see it in your head. I have a box and you make it a pickup truck by my words.
So tell me more about that. I mean, so is this why you chose to not just, essentially make a movie and just make it available to us? Like, because this is live, like people are going to be beaming in from their respective places, and you're going to be where you are in real time. This is nothing's pre-recorded. Why do it this way?
Oh, to me, that adds like this excitement level that this story really wants to have. And I think that is sometimes necessary when we think about how much time we spend watching movies. Movies are amazing. There's amazing television out there. I love movies and TV. But they're a different thing from theater. And to me, something that can help make this a theater experience is that I'm doing it right now for you. I could mess up and you're going to have to see how I cover that. My objects could fall and that's going to become part of your show experience. You're going to get to see each other, right? I'm going to be the biggest box on the screen, but there'll be all a bunch of little boxes that are the other people, maybe in your town, maybe in another state, who are watching this together at the same time too. I think there's something to me, what I love about that kind of theater is it turns a possibly mundane thing like your computer that maybe you see or use every day. Zoom, a lot of us use Zoom for meetings and stuff, especially the adults, or kids have done maybe schooling on Zoom. It takes these like everyday things and turns them into these magical realms. So then when I log off and I'm done, you're going to realize that you're still in your classroom or on your couch and you got transported through this object that you see every day into the desert.
Mhm.
That to me is absolute magic. And that can only happen with digital theater. It's a beautiful
Mhm.
thing to gather in a theater space together and see a show on a stage. That's a space just for that thing. But it's a different
Mhm.
kind of magic if you've got your everyday object and I turn it into a magical space for you.
Mhm. I'm so excited. This is a partnership with, FCT and the From Home Fest. You started the From Home Fest. What is the From Home Fest? And what else do you all do besides shows like Girl Who Swallowed a Cactus?
Thanks for asking. I love talking about this. So the From Home Festival actually came out of my cancer battle. I was sick for about a year and immune compromised for even longer than that. And during that time, remote theater was the only safe and comfortable way that I could still experience theater. So I would seek out these opportunities, and I discovered so many people doing these amazing things, making shows specifically to be experienced through your computer, like not something that, oh, it's supposed to be done on stage, but we'll figure it out here. Some of these shows are made to be done only here. They can't be done on a stage. Some of these shows are done on a phone. I've signed up for phone call shows where someone will call me and they're calling me in character and they talk me through. I have to do a ritual, to keep a ghost away or something. And for that few minutes, I'm in my house and my house is a whole different realm, and I have to. I go on this adventure just in my head. That was amazing to me. So once I got well enough, I created this festival to be sort of an annual gathering of some of these creators. It's about 10 days long. They all are on a schedule together. They're so kind. They schedule performances around each other so there aren't really overlaps. And we just all come together and share audience with each other because some people know this company or this creator and follow their work and wish they knew about other digital theater because maybe they're immune compromised or anxious about going out into the world or just love this realm of theater. And so suddenly they get to see all these other artists and shows as well. I really want to get some theater by mail at some point, so I'm going to look for people creating that work. Yeah, I've experienced some of that before. It was something that came to me in a box through the mail, and I opened it up, and there was a little recording, and I listened to it, and these different objects played a role. Like, that's incredible to me. And I think more people need to know about this because I honestly think more people would just be absolutely taken with this stuff. And some people truly need it. It would be the only way that they could safely or comfortably have a theatrical experience.
So really quick, I just wanted to highlight and thank you for sharing all that, and thank you for this space you're creating. You know, we're all about access here, and we want as many people to engage with us and the work as possible. Um, Talk to me. You're going to be doing something with the some kids from Seattle Children's Hospital. Is that true?
Yeah, yeah. I'm doing a show that each of these performances has a little pre-show. That's something you can expect to when you log in. I'll talk as me for a little bit and give some basic instructions and do some object theater with you. Well, there'll be a specific version of that that we're doing for our hospital partners, morphing things in a way that the kids, no matter where they are, if they're in their own rooms, no matter what their mobility or vocal options are, they'll still be able to interact with the show in the pre-show and during. So I'm really excited about that. I work with a beautiful company called Only Make Believe, where we
Mm,
go in person into shows and do interactive theater with kids in hospital spaces. So that's been really important work to me, and I'm so glad that Seattle Children's figured out how to make it happen.
excellent. Well, Girl Who Swallowed the Cactus, we're very excited to share these shows with our audiences. I think for some people it just may be like, wait, what? How do you do that? A lot of us spend a lot of time on Zoom, but this still is a challenge. Like how, in your experience from running a festival, it's like how easy, more or less, like how easy is it to engage with? Like what do people need to have to do this?
Hmm. I find that because we're already doing something that is meant to be, it's keeping access in mind. Um, I join a long line of creators of this work in right away trying to make sure that you understand what you're getting into, and I'm not going to leave anyone out to dry, to confused. And we're here for you. There's going to be someone who you can access by chat through the whole show if you have any Zoom strangeness or something, any questions. And I'm going to tell you right before the show begins that you can leave your camera on or off. If you're someone who needs it off, who feels more comfortable with it off,
Mm,
that's your choice. But
mm,
whoever wants to keep it on, that would be lovely, and I think that's a beautiful experience if it's possible for you. I'm
mm.
not going to pick on anyone. It's not going to be like, I see you, David. You're part
Nice
of the
hat,
show.
Dave.
Yeah, it's nothing like that, David. You'll be safe. Um, really the camera's on is just so we can see each other. I might have a question at the beginning of the show and see if anyone wants to offer an answer. I'm still working on what the pre-show is, but even that is completely up to you if you want to engage, if you want to answer in chat, if you know, so this is a safe space. If you are someone who just wants to sit back, during the show, I'll have a few things that you all can do from your home. If you don't want to do that, you don't have to. You can just sit and watch. You can do it in your head. When I ask you to maybe make a motion or something, that can just be a thing you imagine. These are meant to be very, very comfortable realms that are easy for you to be in.
Awesome. All right, Tia, this has been a pleasure talking to you as always. We're so excited and can't wait to see you in the digital sphere. So I'm gonna
Thanks.